so that I can find it. Oh, actually, it should be in the chat somewhere, shouldn't it? I just see. Because what we have here, we have a link for Warrior Plus for Cliff's Tool, okay? So if we're doing something like launch jacking or even Amazon products, what happens when those launches finish or those products get old? It means we have to redo those campaigns all over again. Normally it would, okay? With the traffic redirector, we don't have to do that anymore. We just simply go out and change the destination URL. Really, really simple stuff. Let's see if I open Skype quickly, and I can give you a demonstration of that for people who are not familiar with the tool. I mean, this is really, really, really good strategy to use for anything with affiliate marketing. Did you put the link in there, John? In the Skype?
Sorry. Yeah, I've got it here.
Otherwise, I need to log into Warrior Plus, and I don't know if I've got the password on this computer.
Yeah, I do have it here. Just hang on a sec. This is for
guys. Those questions can keep bringing the questions in. Kim is asking, what is Sentai? What does it mean? Sentai is a Japanese word for task force. Okay, so when we put all the alpha tools together for that one membership, so to get any alpha tool now, you need to be part of Alpha Sentai if you want to get access to any of those tools. Now, we decided we had to do this because these tools take a lot of time and a lot of money to maintain, so better that we put them into one monthly package, an affordable monthly package, and get as many members in as possible so that we can cover the cost for the maintenance and make a profit, okay? Yes, there will be a replay. There always will be a replay. It's the most common question we get on webinars. We always put the recording button on when we're doing the replays, so we'll be on the blog probably within a couple of hours, okay? If you lose a channel, do you lose the whole account? That's a question for you, John. I don't usually lose channels.
No, you don't. Normally it's just a channel, and that channel you lose the ability to live stream for 3 months.
Yeah, okay, and Guy is asking future tools and upgrades will be included. Yeah, that's the whole point, that we're putting it into monthly so that we can maintain them and improve them and keep adding to them. You know, I've said that this will be the last sort of SEO product that I do. It doesn't mean that I won't do more SEO tools within Sentai. If I make a new SEO tool now, it's going to be part of Sentai. Right now we're upgrading IFTTT Backlink Commander. We are semi-automating the account creation process for the accounts that we just can't create anymore because of reCAPTCHA 2.0. Okay, that screwed everything up for IFTTT Backlink Commando. Because the whole strategy is depended on those accounts. And John had the idea the other day, okay, why don't we semi-automate it? So he spoke to the coder, and the coder's been working on that from yesterday. And it's better than not having the tool at all. So hopefully today or tomorrow we can get that tool into Alpha Sentai as well, even if it's got some accounts that are semi-automated for the account creation process. It's better than nothing, but there's no way that we can get around reCAPTCHA 2.0 unless those capture solving services offer the services that they advertise. So, for example, 2Capture say that they have human-operated capture solving. Okay, we're finding either they've employed monkeys or it's just not working properly. Okay, so we can't get around that if that capture service is not doing what it's supposed to do, and we depend on them. We depend on them for that tool to work properly. Okay, that's the problem.
Actually, Tony, can I say something about that? Yeah. I spoke to the coder, and both he and I we got on a group call and we watched what the reCAPTCHA, what Google is actually sending, because it's Google that sends the reCAPTCHA too, and they actually. It seems like they're playing games. They can recognize that it's a machine call. So what they do is they send you one and they say, okay, click on all the ones that have street names in. And then they send you another one and they say, no, click on all the ones that have street names in. And then they change it again. Even though it's been filled in correct, we're actually watching the 2Capture people filling it in, and they keep on sending them different images to select until eventually the ToCapture person doesn't know what to do anymore and just doesn't do it. So it's actually Google that is causing the problem. However, if you're doing it on your own with a semi-automated fashion, like it's going to be, then it works fine. So, IFTTT, we'll probably call it IFTTT Alpha in this new Sentai one. That'll work perfectly again.
Yeah, what we will do with this first update with IFTTT Backlink Commander is going to be the same strategies, the same sites as what is there now. And then we have to go and do some other bug fixes and some other work on a new network embed system. Then we will come back into IFTTT Backlink Commander. We will expand it. We will put in the new sites that's inside IFTTT now. I know that they've added some new sites since we sort of last updated. What we will do though is we're going to add some new strategies, and not just SEO strategies. Okay, it's really important because there's many other strategies that we can use. It's not all about rankings, but it's about traffic. Okay, so what we're going to do is there's some new strategies, and we'll add the new sites. At that point, we might rebrand it into an alpha because it really will be an alpha at that point. And then after we have done that, we can go into the bookmarked alpha and get that one upgraded because we will be using some sites from the network embeds, and that's why that one has to get done next after we do the first basic fixes for IFTTT Backlink Commander. So there's a sort of queue of jobs to get done, and it will just keep improving. So for people who have got Alpha Centauri, or if you've got any of those individual products, then you will get those updates as well as they're being done. Okay, and we will have it. We'll get everything up to date in a really, really good system, a strong system. And when we have the network embeds, you're going to be able to add your own networks. This is really cool. Think about this. Imagine you can create your own video sharing site, PBN. Okay, imagine you can create your own bookmark site, PBN. Imagine you can create your own Web 2.0 site, PBN. Okay, that's what we want to do. And we need to be able to create our own PBNs from those so that we can start using those sites inside the tools that we've got. Because sometimes, because of this reCAPTCHA 2.0, even with the bookmark sites, with the Web 2.0 sites, we're not always getting a high success rate. And it's all because of this capture problem. They've just got very, very good at it then. If it's not the ToCapture people, then they've got some sort of bot control at Google where they can tell when there's a software and they're getting around it. So, that's not much we can do about that except for semi-automate, which still gives you an option if you've got a VA, for example, that can go and create a whole bunch of accounts. Anyway, let's see if we get any questions. Guy, we've been using ToCapture for a long time, but if they're getting screwed by Google, as John had mentioned, then if anybody else has got any better suggestions, then let me know. Let's see. John has been on Fiverr looking for that lady. Maybe we'll check that out as well.
Yeah, I put a link in there. I found her.
Yeah.
In the chat box, there's a link.
Oh, great. It's for the same girl?
Yeah, that's her. The Fiverr link there, that is her.
Perfect. Okay, maybe we can connect with her and see if she'll do a whole series for us, and then we can put that into the Sentai membership or something like that. Guy asking to auto-verify accounts. Well, we can email verify the accounts from the software once the accounts have been created. We can do that part. Okay, it's the capture that's the problem, not the actual account creation via API keys. It's the actual capture that we can't get around. They've just got good at it with those image captures. Can we explain the bulk campaign multiplier? John, I'll leave that one for you.
Okay. The bulk campaign multiplier, both in VSA and Livestream Alpha, what that does is it gives you the ability to use not one video, but as many videos as you like. So, for instance, say now you have 10 videos, all different, all unique, that you want to use in a particular campaign. You can take those, put them into a folder, and then what the bulk campaign multiplier will do is you will set up your project really as normal. You will use Longtail Alpha to put in to create the titles, and then when you click create titles, it'll actually create. If you have 10 videos, it'll create 10 projects. Okay, and they'll all run one after each other. And the only thing that you have to do then is to go into the Longtail Alpha, and each time you're going into Longtail for the Longtail Alpha, because you've got 10 different projects, you'll go and change the keywords in the different cloned Longtail Alpha projects, and then just select the correct Longtail Alpha project to use with that particular project. I know it sounds pretty complicated, but it really isn't, and I've got a step-by-step video in the tutorials which takes you through it. But what this does is it gives you the ability to really expand the amount of uniqueness that you're using for your videos that you're uploading. If you were using those 10 videos and you had like 10 outro images in a different folder, what it's going to do in a project is for each project, like in project 1, it's going to have 10 videos because you've got 10 in the folder, and it's going to make one video with one outro image, and it'll make so what it'll do is it'll use one video and it'll make 10 different videos for each outro image. So the first folder, in fact, will make 100 unique videos, and the second, that's the first project, which is it's incredible how unique it is. And then with the ability to spin the individual sections within Longtail Alpha. I don't know, Tony, if you could put that up on the screen.
Which one is that, sir?
Longtail Alpha.
Okay, let me just finish creating that link. I forgot to sort of finish talking about the traffic redirects. So Longtail Alpha is here. Okay.
Yeah, so you see it's got 3 columns there. Now in each of those columns you are able to put spin text, and by putting spin text in there, you dramatically increase the uniqueness of all your videos. Now we use this for mass uploading, VideoSynth Alpha, where we can upload 1,000 videos at a time, and they are all so unique that we never use any, and we never lose any videos because of the spin text that we're using in Livestream in Longtail Alpha. So together with the bulk runner, as we call it, if you have 10 videos, it's going to create like 100 videos for each project, and the 10 videos is going to create 10 projects. So you're going to have 1,000 unique videos to upload, and each one of them could then be used with Longtail Alpha so if you had, in this case, like 145 modifiers, you would have 145 times 100. You know, it starts really going crazy. So that you make huge projects, and then you would need to schedule them. So I just schedule it out over a month, and I just let it run on the server. It just keeps on running every day. It goes up and it uploads however many videos it needs to upload. So that is a very, very, very powerful feature, and perhaps that's a subject of a webinar on its own, you know, Tony.
Oh yeah, I think so for sure. I don't really use the bulk campaigner. I'm not that aggressive anymore with SEO myself. But we built it in there for people who are. To make that work properly, though, you really do need a VPS. You need something that's going to be running 24 hours without any interruption to be able to do that kind of strategy, so that you can schedule it out, because you really do need to schedule when it's that amount of videos being done. Just for safety, really. Guy is asking how to auto-verify accounts created by bulk account creator. That's part of the automation. That's part of the automation, Guy.
Yes.
All
the only part that's going to be semi-automated, sorry, Tony, is filling in the captcha. The rest of it will all be automated. So the email creation and verification will happen automatically.
Mm-hmm. Okay, John is saying, I've seen that people in the USA trust UK or Australian accents over US accent. That's interesting. That's a good marketing sort of angle as well, and that you can sort of take. Maybe it just piques their interest because they're speaking with a different accent that just captures their attention. That's a good strategy, actually. There's probably a lot of ways you can take that forward, trying different accents. Irish accent, Australian, whatever. Let's see what else. Do you upload 1,000 videos to the same channel or to 10 channels? That's a question for you, John.
Well, for Videos and Alpha, what we are doing is we are uploading one account with 100 channels. We buy them like that, and we've got a special channel optimizer that optimizes all the channels for us, puts in the images and the descriptions and links, and it does the whole bit. That's a little tool that we've had built, which does it. So perhaps we can make that available sometime. But we use 100. So when you're uploading 1,000 videos in a day, you're actually only uploading 10 videos per channel on average. So you're staying way below the bot's radar. If you start loading 100 videos into a channel, it will get picked up. But if you keep it to smaller amounts uploading to each channel, you're quite safe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we've got a couple of questions.
Sorry, there's one here. Leonard is asking, what about the guys that have lifetime memberships? They've bought some tools that are lifetime.
Yeah, they will still be updated. Those tools are going to be updated. What we're doing right now is we're making that any future customers cannot purchase any individual Alpha tool. The only way that you can get any Alpha tools now is if they purchase Alpha Sentai. It's just a business decision so that we can maintain the tools properly, and any new SEO tools that I do in future will be part of Sentai. That's just it's just like an all-in-one membership. So we will be adding Bookmark Alpha in there when it's done. We will be adding the network embeds in there as well. We will be adding IFTTT Backlink Commando when it's updated as well. So, and anything new that I do for SEO, and I always get ideas, guys. That will never stop for SEO. Even if I go in a slightly different direction, like I said, I'm going to do for traffic tools. Okay, traffic tools are not necessarily SEO tools, but I'm going in a different direction. But I'm still going to get ideas that I want to create new tools for SEO. They will be part of Sentai. Okay, just there won't be an individual product coming out from an SEO tool for something that's new. That's what's happening, but it doesn't mean I've taken my eye off SEO at all. It's part of me now. It's been there for many years, so it's impossible to take it away. Let's see what other questions. Now, David had a couple of questions sitting there for a while, so I want to get to you, David, so that you get answered. Let's see. The videos you use you give backlinks to your money video. Yeah, if you don't look, John probably does it differently from what I do, and some other people do it differently as well. Remember what I told you about those 10 Amazon videos? I mean, it's only 10 videos. It's not going to harm me. It's not even going to harm the project I was working on to any degree. I can fix it in a couple of hours. Everything there. If you've got a very very sort of small first tier It's very easy to go out and fix, okay? If you're doing mass backlinking to a first tier, if you're doing mass backlinking to a money URL that is a web page, then if there's an algorithm up there, like we see many times before, then you could be vulnerable. Okay. Now let's come back over to traffic redirect tool, because this is part of the reason this is so good, and part of the reason why we created it. All we have to do, you can see in here, for example, let me expand on this. I can't make it any bigger. It's as big as it can get, I think. Let's see if I can make Control Plus. No, it doesn't work with software. All right. So all we need to do in here is give the link a name, put our destination link, and give a visible link. So the visible link in here, for example, this is for Cliff's tool. Okay, his tool is called Video Ad Suite. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to give the link a name, Video SEO, Video Ads Tool. I'll take away the SEO. So Video Ads Tool, and I can do exactly the same with the visible link as well. Just call it Video Ads Tool. That means that when I create this link, it's going to be this domain name here, coolpromos.online/video ads tool. Now, if I want to change my whole, if I want to redirect all my backlinking for another product I might come out, maybe Justin Sardi is going to do a new version of ChirpSift, or I want to promote that in 1 month, all I need to do is change the destination URL in here. Okay, and this can be the same when you're doing tiered linking as well. Okay, so if you're sending thousands of links to a first tier that's got maybe 5 or 10 first tier sort of videos, for example, like a YouTube link as an example, okay, if you're using the destination URL and something goes wrong, all you do is come in and change the destination URL in here, okay, and you can redirect it anywhere else. So if you want to do negative SEO, you probably can by redirecting to your competition, or you can, just remove the link, don't put anything there, or send it to google.com, whatever you want, okay? Really quickly, really easily, you can do that, and you can control it all, but other people use it in different ways. That's just my reasoning, my thinking, because I've been screwed badly by Google multiple times in the past, until it just got to the point where, I had to sit back and think, why the hell are we doing this? And I take a step back and think, we're trying to get traffic, we do SEO to get traffic. There's many other ways to get traffic. Traffic is a commodity, okay? We can purchase it, we can swap it, or we can try and earn it, okay? Or we can try and manipulate Google to get it. So there's multiple ways that we can get traffic, and that's why my focus is on traffic and not just rankings. Because rankings is only a means to an end, and that end is traffic. That's what we do it for. And don't take your eye off the ball on that one, because with the bigger picture, when we're teaching strategies, like really easy to do strategies using Cliff's tool, with LSA for an Amazon video that you don't have to make even yourself, then you can have that up and running within minutes. You can be driving traffic within minutes, just by using that combination of tools. Okay, and often you will find when you're doing advertising in this way, it's going to cost a lot less than what you might buy some PBN links, or you might buy another software tool that you have to sort of learn and stuff like that. So always keep an open mind. Why we're doing SEO is for traffic, okay? And there's no other reason. Other people are better at getting traffic who use paid advertising, because they drive massive amounts of traffic all at one time, and they can scale up very quickly as well, as long as they're in profit. So all they're thinking about is the return on investment, okay? And that's investment, not just money, but time as well, okay? If we go for the SEO route to get traffic, then you've got to understand, okay, it's a game. If we're going to try and manipulate Google, it's a game. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it will backfire, or, unless you're being completely white hat, you can expect, any time that there might be an algorithm update, and it might just come and slap you, It's happened to me many times, and I kept going back and doing the same things again. I mean, that's what some people say, the definition of insanity. So you've got to take a slightly different view and remember why we're doing SEO. It's just for traffic. It's not for boasting in the Facebook group and say, hey, I've got page 1. Okay, cool. Where's your traffic? Where's your money? Where's your conversions? Okay. Page 1 is just part of the equation. Anyway, let's come back over to the questions in here. David had another question. A lot of my accounts created have been closed. Is that from lack of use? David, what accounts is that? YouTube accounts or what? And where did you get the accounts from as well? Kim asking if I have that now in VSA. I presume, Kim, you're talking about the bulk campaigner. Am I going to have to pay $67 a month to use that feature? If you've got the lifetime version of any tool and it's got the bulk campaign version, if you purchase the bulk campaign version, you don't have to pay monthly for using that with however many computer licenses you have got at the moment, okay? If people are coming into Sentai membership and you've already got another tool, then it's just giving you an extra computer license, but it's also giving you access to any future tools as well, okay? Like the Bookmark Alpha, the IFTTT Backlink Commando. If you haven't got some of those tools, I mean, there's a lot of people who don't have Optimization Alpha. I know because I can see how many sales have been made. I guess it's just not that sexy for SEO guys to think about the on-page SEO stuff for video. But that is a fantastic tool. I mean, there's so much work and thought and strategies going into that particular tool that unless you actually start seeing it and start using it, that you won't appreciate it. But it's a fantastic tool, it's a brilliant tool, and it's just recently been updated. Okay. Scott is asking, where do we get that services for VRank or for 100 channels? I think if you're talking about PVA channels, Scott, inside the member area of Livestream Alpha, if you go to alpha.com/downloads, you can see there's a banner there that goes to a service that we got that creates those accounts. Okay. Let's see. Diane's saying, I would love to see this channel optimizer. Any chance available?
We have it almost ready. It's just a few bugs. We've actually been battling to have a license done. It's actually done through my partner Bernardo, who's a real clever geek guy. He's my partner in my training site, but he has the. We've had it done, and we're just busy testing, and yeah, that will be available quite shortly. Actually, obviously we'll make it available to everybody. On our membership site, we're going to make it available at a lower price, but we're actually going to sell it. It's a very it's a new unique little tool. Don't know what the prices are yet, but it's a very simple tool.
What's the tool doing, John? It's optimizing channels?
Yes, it'll actually optimize 100 channels, unique. Each one will have a different name, different images, different complete channel optimization.
Very good. That will help to reduce as well for accounts getting closed, for sure. If anybody wants to know how to optimize a channel, I can give you a link here. But when I go in here, there's something weird happening there. I think the videos are set to autoplay. But I'll give you a link here. I did a blog post on channel optimization last year, and it's got some really good strategies in there. You know, it should have really been a course, that one, but I'll put the link in anyway, and you can, you know, if you choose to watch it, you can watch it. But it's got some great new sort of strategies in there that you can use. Let me just grab it from here. And then I'm going to close it before it starts that video playing. Okay. This really should have been a product itself. It's a good little course. It's got videos at the bottom. I think about 10 videos on how to optimize channel. And you've got some good new ideas, unique ideas in there as well. Let's come back to the questions. Let's see, so your channel consists of multiple niche videos. I'm guessing if you're doing a sort of throwaway channel, then you can use it for multiple things, just to check rankings, fast rankings and stuff like that. I'm not sure if that's what you meant.
Generally speaking, using VSA, when we're using 100 channels, all of those channels would be in the same niche. you know, because you're going to be uploading like 1,000 or 1,500 videos a day to it, and they would be coming from one campaign. But it's only one YouTube account that has 100 channels, you know, and so that's why they would be in the same niche, not multiple niches. I wouldn't use different niches in one account.
Okay, let's come back to some questions over here. Tim saying, even if I'm missing one, two, I'm guessing, Tim, you're talking about Sentai membership. Yeah, the idea is that all the SEO tools are in one membership. That includes any future tools and all the updates, etc. as well. The updates will be there for people who purchase lifetimes of versions of tools, whether it's Video Send Alpha or whatever. If you've got free tools, you will still get the updates. But what we're doing is we're just centralizing everything. So instead of having 4 or 5 or 6 products, it's just one product now. Okay, and that will come with some additional training, stuff like this, like we're doing today. Okay, let's see, Emmy, Chris. I never know how to pronounce your name. If you can sort of tell me how to pronounce it, I won't make a mistake. So to stay current with Alpha Tools, we should purchase Sentai. No, you don't need to. If you've got a lifetime license for Livestream Alpha or Video Send Alpha, you're still getting updates. That's not changing. That's not changing at all. We just decided as a business decision to put all the tools, all the SEO tools together, all the Alpha tools, IFTTT, Backlink Commando, etc., all together in a membership, so that we're really thinking more about how we can take it forward as a business via paid traffic. Maybe do some trials at some point, etc., via paid traffic. That's what we're thinking, and so that we just have everything in one place as one SEO product that we can go and we can just go and build up the membership and give them great value. That's all we're thinking now. Okay. Guy is asking, will you offer us access to future new traffic tools? I have different partners for those, guys. I have different partners, so I cannot. That's not going to be part of the Sentai. Okay. That's why we say all the Alpha tools. I have got probably 3 or 4 different traffic tools in development right now with a different partner, so it's not mine to give away, especially not when he isn't part of the Sentai. So this is just a slightly different direction that I'm going and that I want to explore. I've always been kind of creative when it comes to strategies and stuff for SEO. I wanted to see as well, for my own sake, for my own sanity, if you like, if that could translate into just different traffic strategies and different marketing strategies, and the transition has been pretty good. So I'm kind of excited. And when you see some of these tools, you'll be blown away. 1 or 2 of them are just like really, really exceptional tools, and very obvious as well that people are skipping over it time and time again with similar kind of tools. But when you see one of these tools come out, probably in the next sort of 2 weeks, it'll blow your mind. It's just incredible. Let's see what else we got in here. Leonard's saying something redirects work. I don't know what that first word is. Would the redirects work as well if they are not related to the money niche or second tier links? They probably would, Leonard. The thing is, when you're using YouTube, okay, you can get away with a lot more than what you can with a website or a web page or landing page or even a blog post. You can have a very, very diverse kind of backlink profile, and you can have a very aggressive backlink profile, and you can do it very, very fast as well a lot of the time, because YouTube can absorb. Same thing would happen with Blogger as well, though. There's other platforms that could work in a similar way. So it should, in theory, still work. And I've done 301 redirects from websites. We actually did this in a course one. I think it was my second product back in about 2011 or something. Just as they were changing over, doing the algorithm changes. It was 2011 or 2012 or something like that. And I actually put a site onto page 1 of Google. I think we're number 3 or number 4, by using just a 301 redirect from a site that was nothing related to that particular niche. Okay, I just took a site that had backlinks that I hadn't bothered with that was sitting in my Namecheap account, and all I did was do a 301 redirect, and I went over to Fiverr as well. If you're doing 301 redirects, it's really, really important that you get somebody to change from the htaccess, okay, so that all the URLs from that domain are linking to the new place, okay. So for example, if I've got a website called chocolatefactory.com, okay, that I just bought an expired domain, I might find when I do a backlink, when I do a sort of Ahrefs or Majestic or Moz sort of Site Explorer sort of tool, if I use one of those tools, I might find that there's another, 1920 or 1900 URLs connected with that particular domain. Okay, and it might have chocolatefactory.com as a homepage. It might have chocolatefactory.com/cakes or /biscuits or /sweets or something like that. And they all might have a lot of backlinks. Now, if I only read the homepage URL, then we're missing a lot of backlinks. Okay, so if you get someone on Fiverr to do htaccess, to redirect all possible URLs to the next place, that will help a lot. Okay, and you can get someone on Fiverr to do that for you. Don't mess with it yourself if you don't know what to do. You can screw it up very easy with htaccess. Let's see. Let's see what else we got in here. Pardon me. The accounts, creator accounts, the ones that you're getting closed, David. If you talk to us on Skype, mention what accounts. If you can see any pattern there, then we can look into it. Maybe let us know. Okay, we were going to work as well on something that would tell us if the accounts are still live or not as well. I haven't forgotten about that. It's just we have a queue of jobs to get done right now. And I want to add a rank tracker as well, the same as what Abbas had the other day. I've actually wanted to do that for quite a while, but just been busy. The quarter's just been busy, but we definitely want to add that to. Can we? Yeah, you can upgrade from bulk campaign multiplier anytime. You can upgrade to, up or down, whatever way you want to go, with the Sentai membership. Okay, what do you suggest where to get PV a YouTube account? We have a service for that, Elevar service. I don't have the link for it right now, but I can put the link into the Skype group and the Facebook groups. David, launch Jacker to VSA. I'm not sure it's needed in there. When we did Livestream Alpha, we wanted to create some unique new tools for Livestream Alpha, and I wanted to do some strategy tools that were not necessarily all about just SEO. I wanted to do actual money-making strategy tools in there. And so part of when we were promoting and releasing Livestream Alpha, I promoted that angle that, we've created some nice, easy-to-use tools that you can go and make money with very, very quickly and very, very easily. What I'm more likely to do is to upgrade the tools that we got there, because they're kind of very basic versions of what we got, what I want to have, okay? They're good enough for now, but there's more that we can do with them. For example, Launch Tracker, we can add in there for ClickBank, we can add in there for Warrior Plus, for Deal Guardian, any other platform we can add in there. And plus we can do a huge amount more, because, we to some JV calendar sites like Muncheye.com or, what's the other ones? I can't remember. I always just go to Muncheye. I think most people do. But there's a whole bunch of those kind of affiliate sites like Muncheye.com. And we can go and get, future launch information as well, and that we can put in there. So there's a lot more we want to do with the tools. We haven't stopped working on the tools just because the way they are there at the moment doesn't mean that's the way they're going to stay. I want to improve them. I definitely want to improve them. And the Sentai membership gives us money that we can keep paying the quarter to keep improving the tools. Okay. Did my real estate page rank service die? Real estate. We had a service, I think we had with Robert Stone at one point, where we were doing some things with press releases and stuff. That didn't work out. He just couldn't get the job done, so we had to stop it. It was the same with the multimedia SEO. We couldn't get the job done. Then we brought in Andy McVeigh to do that. I think in 2 months, Robert did about 26 campaigns, and after 2 months, Andy McVeigh done 0, and I had to basically refund everybody. That was just a nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare at the time. We still have mass media SEO. We are going to rebrand mass media SEO into something called Video Press, okay? And this is really, really important because this is a great, great, great video SEO strategy. The kind of distribution that we have with mass media SEO right now, it's not going to compare with Newswire. It's not going to compare with SkyRanker, etc. If you take 10 press release service from them, it's going to cost you $300. Okay. If you take a 20 press release service from us, it's costing $200. Okay. There's a reason for that, because to get their kind of distribution, it costs a lot of money. Not just to get entry, it costs about 15 grand to get entry. Plus you've got thousands of dollars every month to pay. Okay, and that's why they have to charge so much money. When I bought mass media SEO from Mark Olson, my goal was to keep it affordable, to keep it inexpensive, and I inherited the distribution, and then we improved the distribution, and we improved it yet again after that. But after Robert Stone left, he got one of those distributions to stop working with us, okay, by telling him lies. That's what he does. What we're doing now is we're going to rebrand mass media SEO as a video ranking strategy, because it works well, and it goes back to the question of what kind of links is good enough for YouTube and what kind of links is good enough for web pages. One of the most important things, if you look at Brian Dean's 1 million Google results analysis blog post that he did last year, one of the biggest things, in fact, I think he called it the biggest thing, was the amount of referring domains. Now, we still have the kind of distribution at a very, very cheap price compared to others that will work extremely well for video. Okay, so what's going to happen probably in the next sort of week or two, you will see mass media SEO being rebranded into Video Press. We will take a completely different angle. We will do some case studies as well at the same time, and we will prove that this is really, really, really good service for ranking videos, and we will keep the prices as low as we can, so that we can do treble what other people can do for the same money, for the amount of press releases and stuff that we can do. That's the goal. That's what's going to happen with mass media. And if that, going back to the real estate thing, we did have a really, really good real estate landing page creator that I will get redone as well. I've been trying to get the same coder to fix this for quite a while, and he starts on it and never finishes it. But I have found the code, and I've found also a new coder, and so I can get him to put that up. And what that does, it creates landing pages for real estate in seconds, basically, and you can have it automate the leads by priority as well. So, for example, somebody comes in, they fill in a little form on the landing page, it will send to your client as well, and it will say you've got high priority lead depending on how they answer that question, or you have a low priority lead depending on how they answer the questions on the landing page. There's about 6 checkbox options, but what we will do is we'll expand on that. You can put any checkbox options you want, as many as you want. We will put that you can change the images as well to anything you want, and we will get that rebuilt as well. And that's going to be a really good tool, because it can create those landing pages, really high converting landing pages in seconds, literally in seconds. You can put one up in 30 seconds. And it's a really great tool. So I've got a new coder, and I've still got the old code, so we'll get him to update that sometime, probably in the next month for that one, because he's working on something else for me right now. Right, let's see. More questions. Andrew, people who've got the alpha tools and don't need Sentai, well, they still use the tools. They still use the tools. We're not taking the tools away from you, we're just creating an all-in-one service. So nothing changes. When we upgrade, the tools have been upgraded in Sentai and for the individual tools themselves. All we got is, just change something slightly in the license system to create a new product, so that all alpha tools for Sentai have got their own licenses, that's all. It's not different versions of the tools. If we update Video 7 Alpha, for example, it's updated for everybody. Can we have a yearly billing option? That's possible, yeah. I haven't thought about that before. Thanks for the suggestion. I'll see if we can do that. Okay.
With regard to the licenses for people with lifetime versions, you are going to get an additional license.
No. We're not giving away a free license. What it said in the sales page was, if I put a FAQ section at the bottom, okay, and I put the question that I was anticipating people to ask. What if I already have a lifetime license of Video Send Alpha? Why would I need Sentai? And say, well, if you take Sentai, then you're purchasing an additional license, okay? So I'm not giving an extra license away. The whole point of Sentai is that we...
Sorry, I hadn't finished, but I mean...
Okay.
Yeah, when you purchase Sentai, you're going to get an additional license for all of the softwares that you already have.
Yeah.
Because currently you only have one. So now you would have two licenses, which you can use on a different PC or for a VA. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay, sorry, I thought you meant something different. It's definitely had a few questions about that in the Skype group, in the support. And, you know, she's saying she wanted to give these people an extra license. I said, where are you getting that from? We can't just give it away. But the whole thing is that we're trying to improve the business by, you know, maintaining the tools better and just focusing more on what we've got and you know, just make it an all-in-one service, just really good all-in-one SEO service. Video Press will be part of Sentai? No, it's not. It's a completely different service. Okay, I might at some point put some bonus press releases for people to test, and I often do that with mass media anyway. So I might say, hi guys, you know, here's 2 free press release credits or something like that as a bonus to you. So that probably will happen at some point. When we release Video Press, when we rebrand Mass Media SEO. But I can't give it away. It's just the expense involved in running a press release service is just really high. So I can't give it away as part of Sentai and different partners again. Link to PR service. If you go to massmediaseo.com, guy, okay, but it's not called Video Press yet, so we will be updating that and rebranding that over the next week, hopefully, and you know, within a couple of weeks we'll be able to sort of put the angle on it, do the case studies, and show that it's very, very good for video ranking at a reduced cost because we're getting those referring domains. Okay. Tim, connect with me on Skype for the branding stuff, and we can talk. I might not be available for a few hours today. I've got to get to the dentist after this webinar, but I can catch up with you sometime today or tomorrow. Okay, Andrew. If you make another alpha tool, if it's an alpha tool, yes, Andrew is going in there. We have already identified our IFTTT backlink commander will be upgraded initially as it is, and then we will do another upgrade and make it into an alpha tool. Okay, like you've seen we did with, you know, all of the alpha tools were previous versions of something that we upgraded into alpha tools. So the backlink, bookmark alpha will be in there. If I go and do any other SEO tools like desktop tools, they will be put into Sentai, okay? And that will be part of Sentai. That's the whole point and purpose of Sentai, is that we put everything in one place. So that service becomes even more valuable as time goes on. Plus, we'll do a whole bunch of training sessions like this. We're kind of coming to the end of the niche ripping course, and once that is done, I'll be doing a separate kind of coaching for stuff that's not necessarily SEO stuff, but also we'll be doing some coaching as well for Sentai people. So we'll just go and find some strategies that we can use using, you know, some of the tools that we got. Teach that strategy so that you become more and more aware how to use the tools in different ways to make money or to get traffic. Okay, it's kind of similar to, I guess, how can I put it? What I want to do is go into the tools and pick out strategies that we can use with the tools. Okay, that might not be obvious to everybody, but it's kind of obvious to me when I was designing the tool or designing the strategies that is behind a lot of those tools, that I want to go and pick out the strategies and say, well, did you know that you can do this? For example, with the Optimization Alpha, did you know that you can go and translate your video? I think there's about 35 different languages in one click. Okay, what it's actually doing is not translating the video itself, but what it's doing is if you put that translation into YouTube, into the edit area of a YouTube video, say somebody in Russia is searching for Braun electric shaver, you will be showing up for Braun electric shaver in Russian language just because you've done that translation. That takes one click. As long as you're ranking for it, obviously. As long as you've got the backlinks or you've earned the backlinks or you've earned, you know, page 1 or page 2 rankings or something, you will show up, even if he's typing in his own language. Those kind of strategies are in there that I think a lot of people do not understand. So we'll be doing a lot of those regular trainings as well so that we can, you know, get people to understand. But that training is going to be available to everybody, but every now and again I'm going to do a very, very unique sort of strategy that will be specific to Sentai members, maybe one a month or something like that, because I've got some other coaching going on at the same time. Okay. Cannot find a Skype group. Let me just find the link to the Skype group. I can find the link, but I never know how to copy the link for some reason.
I just put the name of the Skype group in. I didn't know.
Yeah, I cannot copy that link for some reason. Let me just see. Oh yeah, I can. There we go. There's the link. Okay, VidAttack Alpha strategies. Okay, what does VidAttack Alpha do? Basically, it was to get click-through rates. Okay, people were using that strategy to get click-through rates. They were using sort of they were using micro workers to go and find results in Google search results for particular keywords, and they were getting them to click through via the Google results, and people found that that actually increased the rankings. Okay, when I looked at that strategy, I thought, okay, wouldn't it be cool if we could do that where we had automation of watching high sort of videos as well, so we could make high retention video views. The important thing about that strategy is that you don't need thousands of views. You really do not. Okay, what you need is just very, very high retention views. And what I was talking about is putting one link in the description is something that we discovered by accident, was that when we got video views, the links in the description of the video, they would also increase in the search results. Okay, so you might have a link to a landing page inside your YouTube description. You will find that landing page starts to rise up the search results as well, which is kind of cool and was unexpected at the time as well. But it just plain works, and it's worked time and time and time again. That's what VidAttack Alpha does. Plus, we added into it, you can sort of do the same thing with your blogs as well, WordPress sites. I think any sites actually you can do this with, and it will just browse around, change and click on pages and stuff like that. So it reduces your bounce rates and things like that as well. So it's a very, very good tool. It's a very important tool, as far as I'm concerned, because it can make a difference. So when we're doing things like the Amazon niche poking, if you get anything sort of in the first 5 or 10 pages, you can use VidAttack Alpha to increase the rankings. Okay, and it can all be automated for you in the background, which is really, really, really cool. When is the price going on, Andrew? Probably going to give it a couple of weeks. I think I put a countdown timer for 1 week, but I'll probably give it a couple of weeks. I'll let people get more information about what the membership is going to include, but we've got a couple of things that they will see coming out and added into Sentai as well, and when that starts to happen, then you know they get a better idea of what that membership is actually including. Okay, I think it's a great offer. I mean, to get all the alpha tools for $47, I know people who have got live stream tools for $97 or $127 just for a live stream tool. You're getting all the tools, and if you look at all the different strategies in those 4 tools at the moment, there's quite a lot in there, and we will keep improving it as well. But even if you've got lifetime of a version of Livestream Alpha and we update that Amazon tool or the launch tracking tool, it's going to be updated for those people too. But we want to just keep adding and value to all the tools and improving the tools. I think we run out of questions. So I think we kind of, when we started to think about this webinar, John wanted to show how to use the Amazon tool with Cliff's tool. And I think we kind of wandered away from that. But that tool from Cliff is actually very good for the price point if you compare it to some other tools. And, you know, if you can go and find like 11,000 video URLs in just, you know, minutes, then that is really, really, really important to be able to take advantage of that. So if you haven't got that tool, it's recommended by us. John has been using it. I know a few people who have been using it, and you know, they think it's fantastic tool and great value. I know that he does put his prices up by about $100 after a couple of weeks. We actually got him to keep his price steady for now until we did this webinar. But we didn't focus too heavily on that product. But I'll send an email out for it today as well, and hopefully some people pick it up, because for the price point that it's at right now, then it's really good value. Okay. Let's see, John, can we put that into LSA? I'm not sure what you want to put in LSA, John. Could you just expand on that, please? Let's see, if we have lifetime alpha products, can we have a different subscription to Sentai without extra licenses just for the training? Yeah, I mean, the training is available to most people anyway. I don't really hold back a lot with training unless I'm actually making a specific course. So, you know, there might be one time a month where I do some kind of very unique training just for people who are paying a membership fee. But most of the other training, if it's about the tools and the strategies and the tools, then, you know, we share them with everybody. Okay, and plus John has got his little membership as well, where they're doing some sort of money-making strategies, ranking strategies using the tools as well. So, you know, there's a lot of options to learn more. Okay, John's saying that tool. Are you talking about Cliff's tool for finding video URLs? It's not something I had thought about, but it's possibly something we can do in the future. But right now, I haven't got time to put it into the queue. The reason for that is it's not just putting a strategy in there. Often it's about coming up with a way to use it, putting a strategy behind it, so that it kind of gets automated in a system, a strategy system, from starting from, you know, from scratch to get rankings or to get traffic, that kind of thing. So there's maybe another 3 or 4 steps in between, apart from just finding the video URLs. We will put something in from start to finish. It will just be a very solid strategy, like we normally do. Guys saying, should we go with SEO or paid advert, paid traffic? It really depends on you. You will find some niches when you do paid traffic. If you're using Facebook retargeting, if you're using YouTube ads that you're getting really cheap, much cheaper than you can get for SEO, and it's faster, okay? It really depends on your competition. It really depends on the niche. It really depends on your conversions as well. I mean, conversions is a major part. Traffic is only one part. Then we have to think about conversions, and then we have to improve the profits too. So that's why I was saying to you, like, keep an eye on or keep in mind why you're doing SEO. It's not for rankings. It's not for page one. Sort of get into Facebook groups and say, hey guys, look, I've got page one. You've got to think about what you're doing with the traffic that you're getting. Can you convert? Can you turn that traffic from conversion into profit? What is your conversion goals? Is it working for you? Do you need to change your conversion goals? Should you stop trying to go for the sale and try, first of all, to have 2 steps, where you get an email first, where you get them retargeted first, and then you take them to step 2, where you're asking for money. When you're asking for money, should you take them direct to full price, or should you offer them a trial? There's multiple things. SEO is a very small part of the whole process of making money online, okay? And that's kind of what my coaching is about when we're doing stuff like the niche ripping and stuff like that. We go into that kind of stuff a lot more deeper, okay?
Can I say something?
On the list, yeah, John, carry on.
Sorry, the reason why I go with organic traffic with like Livestream Alpha and Videosend Alpha, that's brilliant. But you know, you can't cover every base. with paid traffic, like using a tool like Clips, where you can actually identify videos that are already ranking high in Google that accept accept advertising, is you are actually jumping on top of their all their efforts. And if you make a good video which grabs their attention within the first 10 seconds, you're stealing their traffic, really, because you know, those videos are being found for the search terms that people are putting into Google, and your video comes up and plays before theirs does. Now they've made their video to get to make money, and you put your video on top of theirs, and it plays. Your video plays before theirs does, and so normally it's 5 or 10 seconds. So if in that first 5 or 10 seconds you identify that you have this great offer, which is absolutely related to what they were searching for, you're going to get click-throughs, and you're going to buy, whether it's an Amazon product or your own product or any sort of product. That's why the paid advertising to URLs works so well, because it's very, very cheap. If you set it up, you get you know, the people are paying between 1 and 3 cents a video view, which is unheard of in Google AdSense terms. So that at the moment is just brilliant, and you can totally dominate a niche by doing that, simply by putting your ads on top of their ads, and then using the organic methods, using Livestream Alpha, Video Stream Alpha, and all the other tools to get the organic listings. You know, you've got that total niche. You've got total control of the niche. And that's what you want to do. It's about making money, and
Yeah.
this works for me.
Exactly.
It really is. It's about making money.
When we had Justin Sardi, he came onto a webinar not that long ago, but he was talking about how he had rankings from doing paid traffic, and I could feel it that everybody's saying, what? How is that possible? And thankfully, in the same sentence, he said, because we got a lot of interaction, we got high retention views, we got a lot of interaction, we got comments, we got social signals and stuff like that, and that can work really, really well for rankings as well. And I think a lot of people are not aware of that. So it's got advantages, even just running. You know, sometimes you go and buy a Fiverr gig, for example, okay, and you think, okay, I'm going to try and rank this video. Have you ever tried to run some YouTube ads instead of a Fiverr gig? Okay. I bought a Fiverr gig last week. I paid $50 for him to destroy my rankings. Okay, if I'd have put that $50 into YouTube ads, for example, I would be probably sitting there, you know, on page 1 for all of those videos, just for even $5 spend on each. So try and think about it a slightly different way and think, you know, is it good value right now to go and do some ads, or is it good value to buy a Fiverr gig that actually costs you $6 anyway? Now, you know, even just $5 spend can be a lot of views, high retention views as well, and it can be monetized. It's just traffic, guys, just traffic. We need to get JJ in or somebody in to do some YouTube training, YouTube ads training. I think it's kind of important that we can do that. Just how to set it out. I need somebody to come in, just teach in a nice way from somebody who does it every day, to show you step by step how it's done. It's kind of important. I think we'll try and get somebody in for that next week, so that we can get, you know, really kickstart that. Because if we can kickstart the traffic for the same price as a Fiverr gig, then if you look at it that way, you're more likely to try it, as long as you have somebody experienced showing you how to do it step by step. So we'll see if we can get Justin probably in next week, and we can give him a webinar spot, and maybe he can sell a product at a discount or something like that too. Right. Let's see what else. Marcus, yeah, it's just the interactivity, it's the views, it's high retention views a lot of the time, and you're getting that interaction.
Yes, because that video is on YouTube, and so you're actually buying a ranking if you think about it, because it's getting all that interaction, people commenting and talking on it. Yeah, I've never thought of that. It's a very good point that Justin makes there.
Yeah, yeah. And Justin's got, he does a lot of traffic. I mean, he really does a lot of traffic. And that's the thing with the paid ads. We're not waiting for rankings. Like, you know, he's not waiting for rankings like when we do backlinking with SEO. He can go into any niche. I saw a video he did as well. I can't remember if it was on that webinar or it was a separate video. But he was showing an example of how much insurance keywords cost in Google AdWords, and then he was showing how much it cost in YouTube by targeting specific videos. And it is massive, massive differences, like $90 a click for Google AdWords, but when you go into targeting YouTube videos that you can put your adverts on, it was coming down to, you know, a few cents. It's an incredible difference, okay? And I can understand why a lot of SEO guys keep away from the paid traffic, because you hear the horror stories of the Google AdWords stuff that just doesn't work immediately. It often doesn't work immediately when you're doing sort of paid traffic. The key for paid traffic is tweaking and optimizing your campaign as quickly as possible, getting rid of all the dead keywords. But when you're doing something like Facebook retargeting or YouTube advertising, then you're actually targeting specific videos or specific customers where it's not keyword related, and so you don't have that problem anymore. Okay, there's less waste as long as you just keep an eye and you optimize. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You also don't pay if they don't click on it, so you do get lots of views as well, which is good, even if they don't click on it from a organic traffic point of view.
Okay, so I think we're going to finish up quite soon, guys. What we will do, this webinar has probably gone on for quite a while. I think we might break it into 2 or 3 sections, just so it's easier to consume. Might do a section with John's training on how to use the Amazon tool with Cliff's tool to be able to get those URLs that you can advertise on YouTube video URLs that you can advertise on really cheaply. I definitely want to encourage you, go and test it. Test the YouTube ads. Next time you want to buy a Fiverr gig, just think to yourself, should I spend the same money, $5 or $6 and do a YouTube ad? See what happens, just test it. Okay. Sometimes if a Fiverr gig doesn't work out, you think, oh, it's only a Fiverr, but it builds up, okay? Just test it and see how it works for you. If you've got a tool like that, it makes it so much easier. So what we'll do is we'll break the webinar down, because it's probably gone to about 2 hours by now, so that you can consume it, and it will be on the blog post at some point today. Today being, what is it today? I can't even remember.
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. Thursday my time, it's still Wednesday in America. Right, let's see if we get any final questions. Let's see, how to create pro videos for ads. That's a great question, Guy. The video that John did. You carry on, John. You go.
Answer the question. Sorry, I didn't.
I was saying the video that you did, this sort of generic video, is kind of perfect for that. I don't know, maybe John can make a service for that at some point, where you can go and create some generic videos for different niches. But those kind of videos are perfect. Really, really perfect, where you can just put some kind of annotation or closed captions or whatever you want to use, and YouTube cards, etc. on the actual video, so you can get them done, you know, sort of generically at first, and then you can sort of tweak it a little bit for specific products. Okay. Otherwise, Fiverr's your friend, or if you're buying tools like Explaindio or those kind of tools, if you can, you know, go for the learning curve, then you can make good videos yourself.
There's a question here, would pay a fee to learn the current uses of alpha products in action? Well, I actually have a training site, and a partner who is like a genius, who has some incredible strategies to use with Videosend Alpha. He hasn't even got around to Livestream Alpha yet. I'll put the link in the box here, and you can have a look at it. But yeah, that's a subscription. It's a very cheap subscription, It's like $19.95 a month. But it's going to have step-by-step guides on all of the Alpha tools and a huge amount of SEO strategies on how to make money. Tested strategies where we actually can prove, well, this is what we're doing and this is the money we're making, and if you want to do it, this is how you should do it. So I'll put that, if that's all right, Tony, I'll put that in there.
Yeah, put it in. It's good. It's good. One final thing before we go, guys. Has anybody used the Google News tool yet? Anybody at all? We've got the Google News tool in Livestream Alpha. Just wondering if anybody has used it yet. Okay. This is a great tool. You should try and use it. Really try and use it. It can make a difference. The first time I tested this with video, there was a big launch coming up for UpViral. Okay. That turned out to be a $500,000 launch for the vendor. Okay. When I did it, we were ranking page 1 almost immediately, just because of, you know, I showed this last week and we were still page 1, and then when they do it today on the webinar, we're not anymore. Yeah, we're on top of page 2 now. I don't know why. Last week we were on page 1, but you know, that's just Google News. There's nothing else there. Absolutely nothing else. That was a $500,000 launch for him, for Wilco. And if you do search UpViral demo, we never got moved. I put that blog post with this YouTube video about 3 weeks before the launch. I just saw the launch coming up. I thought, I wonder if you get an advantage by putting it on Google News. I forgot about it. I didn't go back. I still don't even have a link, an affiliate link in any of those. And either the blog post or the YouTube video, I just completely forgot about it. And then I went and checked when I saw the launch was up, and saw we were sitting there on page 1. And with all the affiliate competition, we were still there. That's how I know, and this is why I wanted to put the Google News in here. So we've got, you know, 2 or 3 Google News sites that we can access. So if you've got a good money video, then put some kind of newsworthy content. You only need about 300 words, okay? Write it like you would read a newspaper article, okay? Not necessarily like a press release. You don't have to put company details and all that kind of stuff. You can if you want to, but you don't need to. Just write it like, you know, short 300 words, embed your video there, give it a title, put your video URL up here as well, where it's asking for it, and put a little section down here about the author. You can go and find some examples just by searching Google, good examples of what you can write, and put a link in here as well. And you will find that it really does boost the rankings. You will also find that Google News often will syndicate further as well. People pick up news stories, other news sites pick up news stories, whether it's coming via RSS or something, I don't know, but I've seen that, you know, multiple times, where you know, a Google News post gets syndicated, and again, that's giving you the number of referring domains. That's why I wanted to put the Google News tool into Livestream Alpha. So definitely test it out, and you know, if you post to the Google News and you're part of the Skype group, let us know, and you know, I'll go and make sure that it gets published immediately, and I'll make sure the VAs publish it immediately, because it will go to Safe to Drafts, and then they will only publish if it's newsworthy. They've been trained not to publish if it's just like really spammy, or if it's spun content, or if it's just not newsworthy content. You have to just write 300 words like it's an article, okay? Written like it's something you would read in a newspaper, basically. If you can do that, then you know you can get some great results, really good results, okay? Link didn't work for what link, Andrew, were you looking for? Oh, I cannot find the Skype. Okay, how do we do this then? John, could you, maybe you can give them your Skype ID and you can add them, because I have a very weird Skype ID, guys. I'll show you my
okay.
Skype ID. I've got Facebook online video advertising tea. Because I signed up using Facebook and it just gave me that really weird. AlphaSEOtraining.com didn't work. Okay, AlphaSEOtraining.com, is that correct URL?
I'll just check it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll copy it again. But it's the same URL. Yeah, it is working.
John is asking the launch tracker will be fixed. Of course we're going to fix it. I've seen a problem with a couple of other tools as well. The first thing I did was go and check that King of the Zoo, whatever it was called. I forgot the name of the proper product, and it wasn't working. So that site was down as well. So I'm guessing it was a JVZoo thing. But I didn't speak to the coder yesterday, so John, I'm not sure if he's working on that right now. Did you speak to him yesterday?
Yes, but he's actually working on IFTTT, so I don't know if he's done anything about that.
It will be done very, very soon, John. Okay, it will be done very soon. If he's just got a few more hours work on IFTTT, then you know, he did say it would take like a couple of days to do. So today's day 2. If it's just got a few more hours to work on that, then best we let him finish that, and then he can go and finish and fix the JVZoo thing. So we will get it fixed. It's just hard when you've got one coder working on all these tools. He really needs to get some assistance helping him. Okay, so I'll let you put that link in there, John, when you're ready, and I think we need to sort of wind up now.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any more questions.
All right, guys. Thanks. Sorry for the interruptions at the beginning of the webinar and during the webinar where I lost the electricity for about a second and I got kicked out. We'll probably do some more training. One thing I do want to bring your attention to is that we're going to be doing these guest webinars, probably one a week. We're calling them I Am Alpha webinar series, okay? What I've done is I've set up a sort of new webinar series in GoToWebinar. I've deliberately made the last webinar like 2018 or something like that so that we never lose all the registrations. All you need to do is register one time. With the list that you register to with that particular webinar series, what I've done is I've created a brand new list in Aweber for just the webinar stuff so that we will only send out notifications of webinar replays from there. Okay, we're not going to give you any hard sell, any spam, anything like that. That's just for webinar stuff. But we're going to have some great guests on, and we're going to push them to give, you know, great training, discounts as much as we can probably, you know, ask for. And I'm going to start insisting once we start to get the traffic volume up for these webinar series, and we will because we'll be running some paid adverts to it, then that gives me more leverage to be able to get better prices, okay? So when I send out the next email, you will probably see at the bottom of the email a banner for I Am Alpha webinars, okay? Please join up and get other people to join up as well, because the more people we can get in, then the more leverage I've got. If I go and see a launch coming up, for example, and I say to the guy, you know, I've got 5,000 people registered for a webinar series, can you give us a discount? He's probably likely to say, yeah. You know, and that means we can get some really good deals as well as good training, because we will always insist that they give training before they can get to any sales pitch. Plus, when they do a sales pitch, we can get discounts. So when you see that in the next sort of emails coming up sometime this week, then please register. Just register once. You will get notifications from GoToWebinar like 1 hour before and 24 hours before. The only notification you will get from that email list will be about the replay. It will be a link to a blog post on AnthonyHayes.com, okay, and you can go over there and you can watch it, okay. So that list will not be getting any heavy promotions for other sort of launches that are coming up. I've got other lists that I can use for that. but that one will keep it as clean as possible. And if we get, the more people we can get in, then the better value we can get from the webinars, the better quality of the people coming in as well. I mean, we had some great guests. We had Abbas come in. I know that Abbas was awesome with his webinar presentation. I know that Justin wants to come back as well, Justin Sardi, and he will be running a case study with me as well. We haven't got around to it. I just didn't do the demo video that I needed, but I'll get that done probably today or tomorrow. And we will run a case study, and then when we got the case study results, Justin will come in and do some additional training as well. And there's some great launches coming up as well. We can get the people in. The more people we have registered, then the better it is for us. And even if you don't buy from my link on the webinars, at least you can get to ask questions on those webinars when those launches are coming up. You know, you can get to talk direct to that vendor and get him to answer your questions. Okay. Right. Okay. So I think we can finish up. John, do you want anything to add before we go?
No. Well, one thing I think what I should do is record that Amazon process on a video.
Yeah, sure.
You can take that part out of the front, because on my screen it was a bit fuzzy and small, and
no problem. Okay.
Maybe that's a good idea. I'll just record that now.
Okay, if you do that, then send me the link and I'll render this one, and we'll break it down anyway for the other two parts. Okay, so
it'll just make it easier for everybody.
And we'll put it into one blog post later. All right, guys, thank you for attending. Keep an eye out for next webinars. There's going to be a lot of webinars. There always is with me anyway, but keep an eye out, because we're really going to ramp it up and get some good value, good training, and bring in a lot of really good people too. Okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks guys, good night.